from here.
So, oh, yeah, you're recording.
Yay! All right. Happy Saturday. This is another Saturday session with the Edu Soulmates. Let's go ahead and move my screen around. All right. So we are today covering virtual games and fun, and we are so excited to enjoy this fun topic with you all. All right, Sam, there you are. I guess I should probably share my screen, shouldn't I?
Probably so.
I'm all excited here. Okay.
Just to let you know, don't feel bad. The other day, this was maybe yesterday, I was trying to assess a kid, and I was like, baby, what letters do you see on the screen? And they were like, super quiet. And I was like, oh my Lord, this child does not know they don't know their letters. And finally, the little person said, Miss Rouse, I don't see any letters on my screen. I just see you.
Bless.
So.
All right. Well, our first thing we're going to go over today is Quizlet. It's one of our favorites. Quizlet Live is one of our ultimate favorite things to do. But if you did not know, you can go do flashcards. So your kids can go do flashcards and they just tap the screen. It'll flip back and forth. There is this learning game that they can do, answer every term correctly twice to finish, which that's really cool.
And you can embed Quizlet into Canvas. You can embed the flashcards. You can embed the game, all of it.
Right here by going to the three dots and clicking on embed. There's also a writing, spelling, and a test. Then there's some games down here for matching and gravity, but our favorite is live, and that's what we want to talk about because we're talking about fun things to do with your classes. So with this, there is a tour, so if you've never done it before, we encourage you to do that. But if I click on create a game, I can choose random teams or I can choose it to be individual where my students can play the game on their own. So if we're socially distanced, this is a great option. So I'm choosing individual today, and then we can either choose that it's the long question with a short answer, or it gives them the answer and they choose the question. So I'm going to choose the question, and they choose the answer. Gives you lovely music. Can you hear that, Sam?
A little bit.
Okay. Here's our code. So go ahead and type in your code.
All right, I'm going right now. I'm doing this on my phone. But students can do it on whichever device. And the nice thing about this Quizlet Live is you don't have to screen share. So your kids can, if they're using an iPad, they can just hit the home button and they can go to their Quizlet app on their iPad, or they can go to Safari and type in this, and they can still hear you. They might not be able to see your video, but they can still hear you as they're playing the game.
Oh, I guess I might have to do it too because it says it needs 2+ players. So let me do it.
668-437. Continue. All right, and you can see like when the kids get in, they pop up. And then on my end, I don't know if y'all can see this, but it says waiting for the game leader to start. And it kind of gives them a little walkthrough while they're waiting. It kind of gives them instructions. Everyone's given the same questions.
It gives them their, I like to call this their spirit animal. All right, so it's going to give us the questions. Oh. And so if you don't know what it looks like, this is what it looks like on the student's end. And so we're going to go through and we're going to answer questions.
So the questions do not appear on the teacher screen at all. It's just a leaderboard. And it keeps track of how many of the questions the students get correct. But here's the key. If they miss one, they can be almost to the end. They can be 11 questions. And if they miss one, it bumps them all the way back down. So this is super fun to play with more than 2 people because like you can hear like the little competition going on, and they have a lot of fun with this.
Sam, how do you feel about this content?
I'm struggling a little. I'm struggling. I'm really having to think about this. Now, this is Jennifer's jam. This is a
This is
Quizlet with her content, and I am struggling. Oh no! Oh no!
all right.
But what's really nice is when they get it wrong on their device, it pops up and it shows them what is the correct answer, so they know the next time.
Yep. So there, I just intentionally got it wrong so that it would show. All right. So, moving forward, because we could be here for forever.
Yeah, because I would keep getting questions wrong.
Yeah, at the end, it will give you information on like the most commonly missed and things like that. So it gives you good data to go back and review with your classes, which is awesome. All right. So moving past that one, quiz is the next one. And so we have set up a Disney one for everyone to do, and we're going to do it as a asynchronous, so assigning it as homework.
Which it doesn't really have to be homework. I mean, like it could be,
Right.
something that you set up for them to do during class, but that's how quiz is. That's their terminology for an asynchronous game.
So, right here, you're going to go to the join, and you all can do this too tomorrow because I have it set to expire tomorrow at 6 p.m. Well, today for y'all because it is Halloween at 6 p.m. I'm gonna have to go grab a baby soon because she is not happy.
That is a long join code.
It is.
Mine are not usually that long. And the great thing, one of the cool things about quizzes and with Quizlet, I forgot to mention this, there are tons of pre-made things. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to come up with your own content. Chances are you can go in there and search the library and find exactly what you're looking for or something pretty similar.
Mm-hmm. And so you can go and, so I'm going to go ahead and start playing right now. I chose a Disney one. I love this for review because it gets my kids just doing something a little different and it gets them excited about things. So if they've been doing lots and lots of review and they're just tired of it, this shakes it up a little bit. And it also has memes at the end. So if you get it right, it has like memes to pump you up. If you got it wrong, so you can see there it had a meme.
And you can pick the memes too. Like it gives you, when
Right.
you set up your game, there's a selector. So you can choose a certain set of memes that are already made. Super hard.
Yeah. So you can see also progress. And then this is the other cool thing. I'm going to go ahead and stop on my end just because I have some things to show you guys. You can see my accuracy. You can see my score. But you can also email to parent, which that's really cool. So if you have a kid that's just struggling, you can email to the parent so that they have something to work with their child on. They can see what their kid's struggling with, which is cool. Yes.
Okay, I thought this was going to be like old Disney questions, but this is new Disney questions.
Yeah. And I like also we can, hey, leave that there, please. Hey. Excuse me. Will you take your ball back to the living room? Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And
Also-
quizzes also does power-ups too.
Oh,
Little power-ups.
and I believe Samantha, can you can align standards as well, correct?
I think so. I've never played around with that piece of it, but I think you can.
I think so. And I know some districts like when they're doing things like this that the standards are aligned. So the last thing that's really cool out here that I personally love is the ability to come right here and you can see at the very top what question is missed by most of the class. And so that's great for going back and refreshing and reviewing with your class. So this is one of my favorites for the end of semester review. Because I could even do this as we go throughout the semester, but then come back and look at this data to review at the end of the semester. So, Kahoot. So I taught Samantha something today.
I have not been playing Kahoot with my kids because I didn't think it was doable on iPads because with Kahoot they have to be able to see the teacher screen and see their screen, and it was just too confusing to me to try to figure out how to explain that to K-5 students. But Jen taught me that Kahoot has added a new feature.
So it's called Teach, and it's for virtual classrooms. And then they also have Assigned for self-paced learning. So on the Assign one, this is going to have, just like in quizzes, they can play it at their own pace. And then the Teach one is for virtual classrooms, play live together over video. So if you're synchronously learning, you can do that route. So we go to Kahoot.it, or if you have the Kahoot app, go that
Kahoot.it 6590288.
route. All right, let's turn music off. You can leave the jam and music on if you want to. The Kahoot codes have gotten longer too.
Yeah, because it used to be like 4 digits.
All right, so if you have a child that is obnoxious and makes a silly name that is not their name, so you don't know who they are, you can go remove them. And they have to put the code back in again. All right.
I think it also has a way to randomize names too, but I'm not sure.
It does. If you want to see their name, though, if you want to know who the kid is, that's super helpful there. All right, then you click on Start. And so this is another CompTIA Fundamentals of IT class. So
Great! I'm
All right.
learning lots of things today.
So teacher would then be able to read out loud the question. So that's interesting, Sam. They would have to they could hear, but they would still you'd have to screen share still with this.
Yeah.
I just guessed a random answer. I don't know. I didn't even read anything. But on Kahoot, it gets read. So in the classroom, one thing I don't like is that if the kids have it on their screen, like my classroom's a corral.
Everybody can see it.
Everybody can see it, and it can be very demoralizing for the kids. It's probably one of my downside features of Kahoot, but I like it when they're able to use it on devices like iPads in the classroom because then people can see.
I got it right. Yay!
I got it wrong because I just clicked an answer. But then like kids can't see it. You know what I mean? When they're iPads. So, all right.
Oh, the transfer. Oh, this one's hard.
Yeah, we both get it right. We're green.
Yay!
All right. So, you can also make it full screen, but I was gonna try and hi. Oh, you want to say hi to everybody? Okay, come here really quickly. Hi. All right, say hi really quick. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. All right. All right, go with Daddy, and Mommy will be out there in just a few minutes to eat pizza.
No.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Let's go eat pizza.
All right. Let's look at the other way really quickly for so we did teach before, looking at Assign just to see what it looks like. So it's just like in quizzes. It gives a timer if we want it. We can randomize the answer order, which that might be good. It's like nickname generator.
It gives you a deadline up there. I see.
Right.
And this is a challenge. Okay, my kids' teachers have been using this. Some of my kids' teachers have done this. Yeah.
And you can share it to Google Classroom, Teams. If you're using Teams, it gives you a URL. Facebook, Twitter, Remind.
Nice.
Really cool. All right. So the next one that we're going to look at really quick is Goose Chase. This one I feel like is more geared towards your high schoolers. I've given some really good ideas to our foods teacher. Let's see here. I got to remember how to share the game because I don't have Teams set up yet.
So just do individual
using this-
players.
Here it is right here, game code.
Okay, here we go. So Goose Chase does require them to have an app on a device.
Yes. So if you're a district with iPads, this is a great one. So I'm using this for my FBLA students. I'm the regional board member for FBLA, and I want my kids to be able to do some things as a competition to kind of build up their spirit and unity throughout the district. So some things that we're doing is one of the things they have to do is literally they just type in the answer. What are you doing to prepare for regionals? Share it with us here. And I can share out their answers when they've done it. Dress for success. Get 3 classmates to dress up in business attire and wear it to school and take a picture at school together. Or if they're virtual, get your parents to dress up, something like that. Be creative. Then they're going to have an FBLA Spirit Day where they wear their shirts and they take a video or a picture of themselves doing a cheer. Advisor appreciation. Show your advisor you appreciate them and share a photo or video doing that. And then the FBLA Creed, recording a member of their chapter reciting from memory the Creed for FBLA and uploading the video.
I really like on Goose Chase how you can specify the type of input that you want. Video only, photo only. If it's a text question, I really like that because then there's no question for the student as to what I'm supposed to put here.
Yep. And then they also assign point values. So if you have something like the reason that this one's 1,000 points is they're having to do something very intensive, memorizing the Creed and doing the video upload. So that's part of why that's 1,000 points versus taking a picture of yourself is 400 or 500 points. Then there's also a game script. So you can set it up so that they have to do certain things and it's an automation where they won't get like certain events will take place during the game. So you choose the change of status or missions from available to expired. So I could say that competition ready is going to expire at the end of the first week of November. I could schedule it that way, which I really like that because then that kind of keeps them on their toes. This branding option, you can put a screen, like a picture up there to help move things along. We've used this for, what was it called? Manufacturing Day. And so they had the Manufacturing Day logo up there when we did this. And then you can turn on a start-stop time. So this is really nice. It gives a limit for the game. You can set up teams for the participants. So we're going to set ours up to be the schools. And then in the activity feed, you're able to see here the different activity things. If you have a hashtag that you want people to use, if they're posting to Twitter, Instagram, you can share set that custom hashtag.
Now, doesn't the person who's in charge of the game or who's running the Goose Chase, they have to go in and approve the post, correct? Like they have to approve the missions before they're awarded points.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
And
it's been long since I've done it.
I like that you can send messages to teams and adjust scores manually. And then submission. So like right there is where if they didn't post a proper picture, I could go remove the points.
Gotcha.
And then lastly, here's the submissions hub, and I can download all the submissions, which is great. Then I can keep them for using for Instagram information, things like that. So this is good for clubs if you're a club advisor. You could use it in the high school classroom if you're creative, and there's definitely ways to do it. If you're curious how to use it in the high school classroom and you want somebody that's got a creative mind, I was a marketing major, so this is my jam. If you're the content expert and you want some help figuring out different missions, let me know. I'm happy to help you out. I'm good at that. I just need the content to help build the missions. So do you really feel like that? I don't feel like that would be great in elementary school. Do you, Sam?
No, I mean, like I can see some upper elementary kids maybe doing it, like fourth and fifth grade. But I feel like for little kids, it's too like text heavy. The missions
Yeah.
are like you could videotape yourself explaining what to do. I
Yeah.
think they would be fine with that, but it's just I can see it being like super text heavy for littles.
Yeah. All right, so the last one we're going to go over tonight is Socrative. We've heard about it before, but Sam and I aren't super familiar with it. So we said, let's play around with it. Let's get into it and play with it. So there's some different things in Socrative. It looks like they've got quizzes, space races, and tickets. And you could also do different kinds of questions like multiple, true, false, and short answer. So if I click on a quiz, search quizzes, I don't know, English.
Thank you.
There was nothing there, sorry.
Yeah.
World facts quiz pops up, so let's roll with it. Click next, and let's just say instant feedback. We want to require names. Let's shuffle questions and answers, show a final score, show feedback. All right.
So how do I join?
This code right here.
Okay, so I need the app. I'm guessing.
Oh.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Okay, so I see
Socrative.com, you can log in as the student from the
there is an app.
there's also you can do it on the web.
Okay, so there's a student app and a teacher app. So that's kind of handy.
Okay, cool. So I got in, you see that my name's popped up.
Cool.
And this one pulls up and it says, this is an outline of which country, and it's a picture, and it gives me my answer choices below. So we know that's France. No, that's not France, that's Italy.
Oops.
Whoops. And at the end, it does give you feedback, which that's nice.
I'm glad you missed that question because that was my first question too.
Iceland is the world's biggest island. Sure. Nope, I got it wrong. So it has, this one's a lot nicer than quizzes on Kahoot, where it doesn't like
Yeah.
for huge things. It's and it nicely gives you an explanation. Greenland is the world's largest island. The diameter of the earth. I don't know.
And there's like different kinds. Like I just typed in an answer.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. The world's largest ocean is the Pacific.
It is the Pacific. That's the one I typed in.
Thanks. And then lastly, the world's longest river.
It is I don't know. It's not the one I picked. I picked the one that
It's
started
not
with a
E.
Y. I picked the one that started with the Y.
It's the Amazon. Woo woo.
Okay.
All right, so now I see that I made an 80. Sam made an 80. And then I can go and see, okay, apparently, you know, these are where we need to go back and look. Show answers. That's cool. It gives us the toggles there. I can turn off names, so I could have that up like that if I wanted to. I can show the progress by score or by the number.
Cool.
And then when I click finish, are you sure you want to end? Okay. Nice. So if you guys want to, I'm going to do a space race, and I'm going to do it with the World Quiz Facts too. And I'm going to leave this up and see if it will let, okay, that's cool. Maybe I won't do that because you guys won't necessarily be working as teams. So that's cool. That's, okay, so space race is your teams.
And I think like you could have kids log in because on my screen, like it just says waiting for the next activity to begin.
Yeah.
So you could have them logged in during class or even on Zoom, you could have them logged in. And then like if you did an exit ticket, or you know what I mean, like you could use this as a like a response system in class. Like I think about and Jen, you may be too young for this, but when I first started teaching, we had clickers. Do you remember clickers?
I had clickers my first year.
Oh, this is kind of like high tech clickers.
Did it pull up the content for this new one for you?
It asked me to enter my name. How well did you understand
Yeah.
today's material? Pretty well. What did you learn in today's class? A lot. That's a typical student answer. Please answer the teacher's question. So cool. So as the teacher, you could see, you could be like Jen and you can see if your kids type in things like boogers.
Exactly. So, okay. That was the exit ticket one. So I'm not going to finish it. If you guys want to go out and play with the exit ticket, please feel free to do so. I'm going to go open a quiz back up. Oh, okay. So you can, that's cool. There's a new thing to know.
You might could, I wonder if you like upgrade if you could have more than one activity going on at one time.
Oh, of course. If you pay, you
Sure.
get whatever you want.
Get anything.
All right. So try to give mama some free stuff. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Cool. This is a cool little thing.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll definitely be fun to play
And
with.
I really think it's like the new version of clickers. Oh,
Yeah.
I love clickers.
So, all right. Well, that is it. We hope that you guys have enjoyed this today and that you are excited for Halloween tonight. If you're taking your littles out, are your boys going out, Samantha?
I don't think they are. We will probably have a movie night at the house. I have heard that the new Witches movie,
Ooh.
you know, Roald Dahl did the book The Witches, and there was a movie like made in the 70s or 80s, but there's a new one. And my first graders have been telling me that they've been all watching it and how wonderful it is. And that Miss Rouse, you really need to watch it. So I think we'll have a movie night.
Sounds good. Well, we're going to go out trick-or-treating. Juliet's going to be Sky from Paw Patrol, and Adam
Oh.
will be her arch nemesis, the copycat. So, but next Saturday, we're going to be talking about SchoolNet. So make sure you tune back in next Saturday, and have a happy Halloween, everyone.
Bye.
All right, I don't remember how to stop this stuff. All right, stop the share, stop my recording.